Hey everyone, in today's video, 7 questions you must ask a photographer before you hire them for your big day. Now, if this is your first time watching us, I'm Robert and this is Annie, and we are the photographers for Golden Rose Media. And we like to help engaged couples with tips, tricks, and inspiration. Now, that being said, we're going to jump right into question number 1. Question number 1, guys, is how would you describe your working style? And this is really important. Make sure that the photographer matches what your preferences are. Is this a photographer that you envision hanging out in the background more and capturing more candid shots, and that's their primary role? Or do you prefer a photographer that's very controlling, hands-on, likes to do everything, and that's something that you want to make sure that you ask the photographer beforehand, because you don't want any surprises on your wedding day.
Alright, jumping into question number 2. Will you be the only one photographing my wedding, or is a second shooter available? Weddings are such whirlwinds of events, guys. If it's possible for you to have 2 shooters, we always recommend this.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, we've created a whole video about it, so you should check out our 2-shooter video below. But this is an important question to ask your photographer. Not only do you want to know if there's going to be someone else out there to make sure that they can get all the different angles, but you want to know who this person is. So this is definitely something you want to bring up with your photographer.
Alright guys, moving right along here. Question number 3. Do you have somewhere that I could check online reviews? Now, while I know this might seem obvious to a lot of you out there, I hear way too many horror stories about brides that don't check online reviews of the photographer they plan to hire for the biggest day of their life. So check those online reviews, and not just check them, but see if there's any negative ones. Now, if there is a negative one, see how the photographer replied. Did they reply in a positive, professional manner? Super important, check those reviews.
Question number 4. Are the pictures on your website from a real-life wedding, or are they from a stylized shoot? Now, many of you may not realize this. Of course, photographers want to show their best work on their website. We get that. What you may not realize is a lot of those shots are created not at a real wedding. They're, grabbing a professional model, bringing her out to the perfect location in the perfect outfit and her hair and makeup done. And then they're controlling the lighting, the settings. They have all the time in the world to set up these perfect shoots. But that's not what real life weddings are about. In real life weddings, it's stressful. There's a lot of things going on at once. You have a timeline you have to stick to, and you need to make sure that your photographer is also capable of creating these gorgeous images in those real life situations as well.
Question number 5. Can I see a full wedding album, please? This one is really important. You want to make sure that you see the beginning of the wedding day to the very end of the wedding day. As photographers, of course, we're going to put our best images on our website. And typically it's going to be a picture of, the ceremony, or a really nice, beautiful post shot, something that's just absolutely stunning because we want to capture your attention. But you want to make sure that you look thoroughly through a full wedding album so you can see how the photographer performs from the very beginning to the very end. Make sure you like all of their pictures, not just the ones on their website.
Alright, question number 6. How do you deal with the craziness of a wedding day? This is an important question to ask because so many different things are going on at once at a wedding. Not only do you have to make sure to try to stick to a timeline, but you only have so many hours to get everything done. You need to make sure that your photographer seems willing and able to manage their time wisely, stick to that schedule, but also be able to be flexible and adapt to all the craziness that's happening around them. They can't just be like, oh, well, the schedule says this. You need to make sure that if something runs long, they're willing to adapt and be flexible and listen to your needs as well.
Alright guys, question number 7. What do you like most about photographing weddings? Now, this is a question that you might not think to ask, but it's extremely important. And the reason why is because you want to make sure that the photographer that you hire is truly passionate about what it is they do. And when you ask that question, you're going to be able to gauge from their response exactly how they feel. You don't want to hire someone that is just trying to make a quick buck, or someone that is, not taking your big day seriously. This is your wedding day. You want to make sure you hire a true professional. Ask that question, hear the response out, and get a good feel for exactly who they are and what they're about.
Alright guys, you've asked the important questions, you've seen the photographer's work, and you have a better sense of their style. Now, it's time to make sure that they meet your needs. Take a look at this bonus checklist we're including to make sure it's doing that. Alright guys, you can pause that if you need some more time. But if you can check off all of these questions, you should be confident in hiring this photographer. Go ahead, sign that contract, and book them for your wedding. That's it for today. If you have any questions, make sure to let us know. You can comment or email us, whichever is easiest for you. Also, if you have any other engaged friends that could probably use this information, make sure to share it. Have a good day.